Hi everybody. Last time we left off with the canopy, I just finished putting on the rest of the um, patchwork and the fairing material. Since then, I'd put on a couple of coats of epoxy primer and had sanded those down to a very fine finish. And if you look, you can see at the top the gray stripe, which used to be the fiberglass, is now a finished 99% finished product, and we're pretty happy with that. So what we're doing now is we took the canopy, put it back on for testing, and we're putting some padding and basically weather stripping along the bottom edges and the front of the canopy, right? Everything fits, and that's great, but now we have to worry about water, which is an omnipresent danger. Starting off with some weather stripping along the sides, which is nice, and then in the beginning you saw me putting some bigger pads around the front edge. So where the front edge sort of contacts the flight deck, or the aft deck, which is the flat level, basically armrest there on each side, it seals up pretty well. And you'll know that you've got it down when it basically sort of fluffs down and you have to pull it a little bit down just to get it shut. You want there to be just enough padding so that there's a little bit of resistance. Now, the one thing that we haven't seen me do yet, because we do have to take the canopy off one more time to do that, is to add weather stripping around the very front edge of the entire thing, which doesn't really wind up working that well. We'll discuss that. We'll discuss that later. All right, some more finishing touches. Just going through and making sure all the Adele clamps and everything is secured. You can see I've started putting boots around all the major battery terminals, which is kind of important because that's 12 volts going all over the place. No one wants to get shocked. This is holding, let's see, I think the, looks like, so the Adele clamps we're working on here, we've routed the tack cable to the back, so now we're just making sure that those cables are nice and secured. So the EFI system is great. I mean, it really is. Startup is a breeze. The auto leaning is especially nice. The metrics that you can download from it for all the different systems is just fantastic. Only issue, lots of wire. All right, so more finishing touches. And it's amazing how many you think you've got. When I made this video, like, let's see, when did I make this video? I made this video in June, in the middle of June, and I thought, oh, these are all the finishing touches. I won't have any more work to do. Yeah, there's like 20 more videos after this. So here I'm putting the hooker harnesses into attaching them to the spots in the back. Very happy about these. These work really well. And now that we're ready to install the canopy for real, now it's time to add one more thing. So along each side of the canopy rail, you'll see this, well, that piece of metal right there. There's a pin that is at the bottom of the canopies on the side, and this is basically just for securement. All right, because you got the pins coming out of the back that hold the canopy in place. Well, these pins go down and sort of give it a secure point here as well. Nice. Now, some people ask, well, why didn't you have that powder-coated black like the other part of the aft deck there? Like, well, I just want to get it done. Plus, it looks pretty good. And B, you're never going to see this. All right, because when the canopy comes down, it just covers that and you don't see it. All right, in the next video, more quote-unquote finishing touches, which is hilarious because there's 20 more videos. There we go, got a good fit on the canopy. We happy. All right, more touching you coming up. All right, thank you for joining me. See you soon.